witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court.
My name's Nash Skulkin. Occupation is, baddie. Professional baddie.
I don't know what fucking accent to do.
Name's Ringo Skulkin. Occupation's, same as him.
They're just fucking like mobsters? What?
Tobias Gregson, Scotland Yard Inspector.
That's right. Well, what they call... I don't know. I truly don't know what voices to give these guys. I guess... Oh my god. What the fuck?
The three Skulkin brothers.
There's two of you. Unless you're counting Gregson.
What are you looking at me like that for? Don't let me in with you lot. Oh, blimey, that's cold. Don't you know what we're going through?
It's our older bruv. Lost contact with him we have. Oh god, I can't with this. It's like the same accent as Gina, but it's like I don't know why I can't do accents today. My mouth won't form the sounds today for some reason. It's so hard. So older bruv lost contact with him we have so we're scouring every shady corner of the capital.
And then last night we came across you, the very spit of the bloke. Ain't that right, Ringo?
He is, Nash, he is. The very spit of him.
So we decided that there and what...
Oh my god. It's also hard to read. My brain, because they spell them phonetically. They spell the words phonetically, which helps in how I'm supposed to pronounce them, but my brain doesn't register them as words. And so... Oh my god, I'm gonna go insane today. I'm gonna lose my mind today. I'm going to break. My brain is going to break today. We decided that there and then what we was gonna do. We was gonna call ya
Big bruv
Sulky.
Come on, leave out, you two.
Also, it's also fucking up my ability to do his accent. It's all bad. Everything's bad with this. Sulky Skulkin. And that's before he's run out of chips. He won't ever run out of chips, Ryunosuke. It's bottomless. It will never happen.
Well then, Inspector Sulky Gregson. Begging your pardon, my lord, but the name's Tobias. What I would like to know, Inspector, is what you are doing in the witness stand.
The Skulkin brothers are currently under arrest, my lord, on suspicion of theft. Ah, okay, that does explain why he's there.
Thieves, are they? These three? No, my lord. Begging your pardon, but please don't let me in with this lot.
2 nights ago, these brothers illegally entered an establishment with intent to burgle. And in the course of their nefarious activities, they became embroiled in a far more sinister crime.
By Jove, you mean to say, what an extraordinary coincidence.
Indeed, my lord. While attempting to burglarize the pawnbrokery, they witnessed the proprietor's murder. Huh.
Order!
The various trespasses of these brothers is not the subject of today's proceedings, though they will naturally face trial in the very near future.
With your lordship's permission, I'd like to remain in the stand to keep these gents on the straight and narrow. Of course, Inspector, skeptical as I am about the caliber of these witnesses, I will permit them to take the stand.
Mr. and Mrs. Skulkin, you will... Mr. and Mrs. I literally... My brain went on autopilot for that. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. Mr. and Ms... Oh my god. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin, you will now testify before the court. Describe the events of the night in question, and what exactly you saw.
Happy to.
'Cause a Skulkin's never Skulkin. Oh my god. Stop.
Get out of it. Fuck off.
God. Illegal entry.
We was walking down Baker Street in the small hours, and the gaff's door was ajar, see? It was like some kind of sign, begging for us to go in, it was. Once we got inside, call blimey lummy. Lummy?
Fuck, I don't fucking know.
We had a gunshot in the back room. We went to see what was what, but the door was locked from the inside. We never done nothing, governor. We never took nothing. We just left the place after that, nice and quiet. A terrible coincidence, it would seem. At the precise moment these miscreants entered the property, an even more sinister crime was afoot.
The witness's testimony is consistent with the crime scene in every detail. The door providing access to the storeroom from the main shop was indeed locked from the inside, and within, only the victim and the accused were found.
I must say, it does appear to be an overwhelmingly simple case. Still, the defense may cross-examine the witnesses now, of course. Counsel, if you please. Counsel?
Yes. What's the matter, Bruno? Sorry, I was just stunned into silence for a minute by the blatant lies being told by that pair in the stand. I know that it's all nonsense, because I saw it with my own eyes. I'll just have to expose their testimony for the pack of lies it is. Yeah, these are the guys that he, like, chased out, right? If I remember correctly, which I probably don't. Well, let's do the whole... I mean, I don't see any, like, immediate contradictions with the evidence, so... Single discharge... We'll just do some pressing first and foremost.
Hold it!
The front door of Windibanks was ajar, you say? What time of night was this?
Must have been about 1. Right, Ringo?
Yeah, I'd say so. Right, Sulky?
How would I know? Place would have been shut at 1 in the morning, just like every other shop in town.
Well, it was pitch black inside, it's true. Ain't that right, Ringo? I'm not so sure, Nash. I seem to remember a little light burning inside. What about you, Sulky? Me old mucker?
Leave me alone.
Oh my god, Gregson needs a fucking vacation. There was definitely a small lamp burning inside. That's what alerted us to the situation in the first place. And when these gentlemen ventured into the open establishment, the accused, Miss Gina Lestrade, already had the muzzle of her gun trained on the unfortunate victim.
Objection!
That is pure conjecture. Perhaps, but it changes nothing. These brothers inadvertently wandered into the middle of a cold-blooded murder, simply because they found the door of the victim's establishment open and ventured inside.
Right, that's what happened.
Okay. It was like some kind of sign. Beggars for going in. Go in, it was. What are you trying to suggest? That you had to go in?
Well, God moves in mysterious ways, as they say. Don't they, Ringo?
Don't they? Oh my god.
They do, Nash, they do. Must have been some sort of providence, I reckon.
God's will often presents itself as the whim of thieves, does it?
It weren't no whim. I'm dead sure of that. It weren't, Nash, it weren't. Like we said at the time. You don't just find doors open in the middle of the night like that. Nah, there's no two ways about it. It was a sign that our long-lost brother was inside.
They're not very good liars, are they?
Well, you can't deny it. It led us to a bloke what looks just like a bruv. Please leave me alone. I said cut it out.
Those chips are getting a chomping today. The infinite chips.
Oh, once we got inside, call blimey lummy.
I heard a gunshot from the back room. Whoops.
Hold it!
Hold it. Gunshot, you say? Just the one. Are you sure about that?
Yep, just the one, governor. I could swear to that.
It was, Nash, it was. Ain't that right, bruv?
Firearm used belonged to the victim himself.
Yes, Mr. Winterbank always used to leave his gun lying around on the counter. What a... You know what? I shouldn't speak ill of the dead. So I'm gonna stop right there. Right, I remember.
When we examined it, we found the revolver was completely out of rounds.
That makes sense. Mr. Winterbank always used to say he only ever kept a single bullet loaded. Definitely the sort of thing you want to announce to the world. That's true. I remember him saying that as well.
So we can say with considerable certainty that only a single round was discharged from the firearm as used as the murder weapon. Yes, my lord, we can.
And I should remind the court that the firearm in question was discovered in the hand of the accused. Wonderful.
To see what was what, but the door was locked from the inside.
Tell me more. Do you mean the door between the main shop and the storeroom? If my learned friend is having difficulty grasping the situation, perhaps a drawing would help. Excluding the shop's entrance from the street, there is only one other door, that of the storeroom.
Of course, there was only a little oil lamp burning. Not much to see by.
And the door was hidden behind the curtain and all. That's right. When we arrived, the door was mostly obscured by the curtain. Tell me, why exactly did you try to open that door?
Eh?
Any normal petty thief would run at the sound of a gunshot, I should think.
Oh, well, your turn to rabbit, Ringo.
Well, Nash, yeah. I suppose you'd have to say we ain't normal, eh? Broadly speaking, humans respond in one of two ways on hearing a gunshot or scream. The timid flee, gripped by fear, while the courageous investigate to see if they might help. These gentlemen of the latter inclination, my learned Nipponese friend, it would seem, is of the former. Alright, somehow I just proved that I was a coward that night.
Thank you, counsels. So I believe that we all understand the door was locked and could not be opened. Proceed, witnesses.
Never done nothing, Gov. We never took nothing. We just left after that nice and quiet. Yeah, bullshit.
Hold it!
You didn't do or take anything. Is that your story?
It was bedlam soon as, wasn't it?
It was, Nash, it was. Didn't even have time to pull me dukes out me Lucy lockets. Fucking what? These aren't words. This isn't real. So with no time to take your hands out of your pockets, you just left nice and quietly, you say. Is that what that means? Dukes out of... Oh my God, whatever. I can't.
That's right, Governor. Nothing we hate more than violence. Peace-loving nibblers. We are, not bludgers.
We are, Nash, we are. Never even pulled me dukes out me Lucy lockets. I hate that phrase. I hate it. I've only heard it twice in my life and I already hate it. So, you'd clearly like us to believe.
Yeah, come again?
As you fled from the pawnbrokers that night, did you not run into anyone else? And did you not fire a gun at that person?
Saints alive, they fired a gun, you say?
Ah!
Blimey, Governor!
You ain't telling us it was you in the doorway? It was. Why the bleeding Nora? Didn't you mention that before? You were armed with a gun. And as soon as you fled the scene, you fired that gun at London's greatest detective, Sherlock Sholmes. I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot about that detail. I forgot that's why he's in the hospitals, because they shot him. On the night in question, this pair were arrested by the police within minutes of the discovery of the crime scene. Their suspicious countenance rapidly gave them away. And when searched, a firearm was indeed found in their possession. Furthermore, the barrel shows signs of a shot having been fired from it. The prosecution invites his lordship to examine the firearm recovered from these brothers.
Yes, indeed. Remnants of powder around the muzzle, as you say, counsel. Court will hold this weapon as evidence.
Skulkin Brothers gun. Firearm found in the possession of the Skulkin brothers upon their arrest. There are signs that a single round was fired. Bro, are you gonna drink that or nah? Now, my learned Nipponese friend. Yes? Here's to your successfully presenting the evidence. For yes, there are the telltale signs of spent powder on this gun, and a single bullet missing from the cylinder. But the prosecution demands evidence that it was fired at the scene of the crime under scrutiny in this trial. Objection! Well, I don't need evidence. Ooh, never a good thing to say in court. Never a good thing to say in court. Because I was there.
Objection!
This need evidence, bro. However, the rest of us in this courtroom were not. If the defense fails to provide evidence in support of its rash claim, we shall have no choice but to toast to your incompetence and move on. Evidence that these two fired that gun before they left Windibanks that night.
Court demands that all claims are affirmed with clear proof. What evidence shows that these witnesses unloaded a firearm in the pawnbroker's shop that night?
Well, great question. Well, we have yet to examine this, so let's do that, shall we? So, there's ammunition still loaded in 5 of this revolver's 6 cylinders. Yes, which tells us that only a single shot has been fired from it. Exactly. The bullet that hit Hurley, in fact, isn't it? Yes, it happened almost as soon as we'd walked in through Windibank's door. I'll make those brothers pay. Oh. That is someone you probably don't want to piss off. Alright, well, nothing really that useful here. Okay. Evidence that they shot. Oh, that's probably. Oh, and that's probably Sholmes' blood, right? That would make sense. He got shot, like, duh, now that I think about it. Put that gun down, there's no usual violence. I mean, tell them that. They're the ones who shot the great detective Sherlock Sholmes. Also, hi. Welcome to me being bad at accents. Particularly bad today. For some reason, my mouth cannot make the accent sounds. So, prepare to hear a lot of really bad British accents. They're extra bad today. Take that.
Take that!
The evidence is in this portfolio. The Welsh one? I don't remember the Welsh one. I know you showed me that one vid. I already forgot it. I don't remember. Sorry. And no, I'm not watching it again.
What on earth do you have there, Counsel?
During the course of our investigations, we discovered a number of bloodstains. Not trusting the police to do the job they're trained to do. How arrogantly Nipponese of you. Ah, more racism. Well, anyway, we analyzed all the blood samples we found and recorded the results of this portfolio. Assumptuous, that's really funny.
And you claim to have the evidence the court is demanding therein?
Yes, my lord.
No more dallying then, Counsel. Present the pertinent evidence at once. What do you have in your portfolio that proves these witnesses unloaded a firearm at the scene?
Take that. Yeah, it's this one.
Take that!
I mean, the bullet's still in the wall, for fuck's sake. Woomo.
What is that? Explain.
It's a photographic print taken at Windibank's pawnbrokery on the day of the incident.
From the scene of the crime, isn't it? Is that a bullet hole? And if my eyes do not deceive me, it appears the bullet is still lodged in there.
That's that's cheater, kid. Nice try. I can read. Yes, as your lordship noticed, the bullet pierced Mr. Windibank's calendar. The date shown being the 16th of April, the very day of the pawnbroker's death.
The incident occurred at 1 hour after midnight, but this indicates that a separate shot had been fired sometime after the calendar had been set to the 16th.
Totally. That's right, and while it isn't irrefutable, the defense believes this is credible evidence that the witness did fire a round from their gun in the pawnbrokers that night.
Nyah! Order! How does the prosecution stand, Lord Van Zeeks?
Yo, he does drink it. Crazy. He does take sips. If that is the direction my learned friend wishes to take, the prosecution has no objection. What? And there goes the rest of it. Bro, he must be rich as fuck to be able to afford wine bottles exclusively for the sake of, like, showing off and shit. And just, like, chucking into fire. But you'll forgive me for flinging my hollowed chalice aside in disgust at the repugnancy it exposes. No, I don't forgive you for that. Stop doing it. Two stereotypical muggers here? I don't know. Apparently they were witnesses to the crime. Conveniently. Yes, on the night in question, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery illegally. And like the bold baddies they claim to be, opened fire on the new arrivals before fleeing back into the street.
Take it easy there, Governor. You're gonna land us in the soup.
We had a deal. You weren't gonna get into them details. Tell him, Sulky. Set the bloke straight.
I have nothing to add.
So he knew, did he? Van Zeeks knew their testimony would almost certainly expose the extent of their crimes. Fucking wacky racing. They look ridiculous. It would seem now that I owe my learned Nipponese friend a word of gratitude. What do you mean? What I mean is that you have helpfully confirmed an important fact.
To what fact do you refer, Lord Van Zeeks?
As has been established at the point of their arrest, a single shot had been fired from the brother's gun. Yo, same. However, if that shot found its target in Mr. Schultz, then clearly these witnesses cannot be accused of the fatal shooting of the proprietor and victim. Ugh. In other words, these two men have no material connection to the murder of Mr. Winterbank at all. So that's it. I'm sorry, they're playing fucking patty cake right now? Are you motherfuckers playing goddamn patty cake? Are you? What is this game?
That's it. We didn't have nothing to do with it.
We didn't, Nash, we didn't. That's what I reckon. Your crimes include unlawful entry, intent to steal, perjury, and let us not forget, attempted murder.
Quite a catalog, eh, fellas?
Patty cake bakers, man. We're in for it now, bruv. Now then, let us take a moment to consider the aforementioned great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. It would seem the man patronized the pawnbrokers and questioned somewhat regularly. What happened to Herlock? Oh, Herlock got shot. Herlock is currently in the hospital. They fixed his bullet wound, but apparently the sedation, the sedative they used has him knocked out, and they don't know how to get him out of the sedation. So that's where he's at. He's napping. Where's he going with this? Mr. Sholmes appears to take pleasure in tinkering with his eccentric machinery. Eccentric? Says who? Not me. Don't give me that look. He installed a pair of machines like this one in the victim's shop. Oh, that's one of Hurley's red-handed recorders. It's identical to him then? That's Gregson. That's Detective Gregson. He's been here the whole time. What are you talking about? He's like the gumshoe of this game. He's like the cop man.
What is that, Counsel? It has the appearance of a photographic contraption.
As your lordship has surmised, it is indeed a camera attached to a small timing device. Every half an hour, it automatically photographs the interior of the establishment. The idea being that if a thief were to break into the shop, he would be caught red-handed. Prosecution has obtained the photographs taken by the device on the night in question. That's a lot of photographs. PM, 8:30 PM, 9 PM. As the court will observe, copious identical prints are produced in a quite desultory fashion, and now I have to Google yet another word because fucking Britain and London, this is not a real place. These are fantasy words that aren't fucking real, and I refuse to believe that they are. Fucking desultory. Desultory. This is a goddamn fictional location, and I refuse to believe otherwise. Desultory, adjective, lacking a plan, purpose, or enthusiasm. Sure. Had that word before. No, you haven't. Stop lying. You have not. No one has ever heard this word because it's not real. These are not real words. It's fucking fantasy babble. It's fantasy babble!
Rather prodigal, I feel.
American about this. Anything that isn't is not. It's fictional. It's not real. Okay, that's not true. Specifically that, like, there's so many goddamn words that they just throw in, like, oh yeah, these are totally words. And, like, I refuse to believe half of the words in this fucking game are actual words. In fact, there are 2 such devices in the victim's shop, my lord. Okay, then, you know what? I've already started to question your existence, but I'm starting to suspect maybe even more. Are you real? Don't mind me, I'm just gaslighting you about your own existence. American, no. If I may refer to the court, the plans of the premises, their respective positions are here and here.
You say these cameras produce a print every half hour. I'm afraid I failed to see how that would help if the anticipated thief conducted his activities in one of the many 30-minute intervals.
One can only pray that the would-be criminal lingers, my lord. On the night in question, the witnesses currently in the stand were not caught on camera.
That's a bit of a friar tuck, eh, bruv?
The fuck is a friar tuck? Stop! Oh, Bastion. Sleep paralysis demon. I mean, if that turned out to be the case, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's put it that way. The fuck is a friar tuck?